Happy Independence Day. It's Luke, the urban farmer, and I want to give you a quick little update on the Victory Garden. So, the corn, the heirloom King Philip corn, is doing awesome. I'm going to get in the garden in a minute so you can get a perspective on the height. Come around here, and this is planted in my three sisters' garden. So the squash is doing what it's supposed to do, is starting to create some ground cover. The pole beans are in there doing their thing, and they'll be climbing up the corn stalks pretty soon. The herbs are doing fabulous. The stuff in pots and containers is doing great. We've got a second planting of daikon radishes here. We've got some cukes that are struggling, but the ones out front are great. Bountiful harvest. So, to make sure that your flowers get pollinated and form fruit and don't just drop off, just every day when you've got, come out and just kind of gently flick the tomato blossoms, and that will, oh, and there's a baby bunny. Fortunately, it was eating clover and nothing else, so that little baby bunny has been a permanent guest in the garden. And after destroying my first 3 crops of beans, it seems to have settled down because there are lots of other things for it to eat nowadays. So we're good on that. Close up of a German Johnson tomato. I should probably fertilize these today. It's been a few weeks since they've been fertilized. I'm using a liquid fish fertilizer. All this clover, I don't really mind it, and I'm not really pulling it because I'm keeping it away from the plants so it's not competing with nutrients, but otherwise it creates pretty decent ground cover and gives the bunny something else to eat besides the plants. Here we've got Beefmaster tomatoes. Can you imagine? I mean, look at that. That is just crazy. How many just on that one flower stalk. More of those. I've already had, here's one more that's ready to eat. It's a, what's the variety called? Sun Gold, I think? No, Sun Sugar. And it's kind of an orange cherry tomato, and they're really sweet. We've got plum tomatoes here. These are San Marzano. Plum tomatoes here. Flick these blossoms a little bit to make sure they get pollinated and form fruit. Lots of plum tomatoes forming. Flick, flick, flick. This is an heirloom variety. This is German Johnson again. And this one is doing so much better than that other one. So that's that. We've got some basil, some more zinnias. This is another German Johnson. I've got more of those than I realized. An heirloom variety. Doing quite well. Get rid of these stupid shoes. This is a 4th of July. No, this is not. Well, I guess it is. It says it's 4th of July slicer tomato, but I think that was from last year. I think this is actually one of the heirloom varieties that I started from seed. Over here, we've got some Cherokee Purple, which is an heirloom variety. And, yeah. So, lots of different tomatoes. And another German Johnson. I think that's where we started. So, let's get out of the tomato bed. Come around to some of the containers. Okay, citronella is a great plant to grow in a container because you can put it like on your deck, on your patio, on your picnic table, and it helps repel mosquitoes, just like a citronella candle would, but it's natural. This is an heirloom variety of carrot. They're doing really well, and I'm just going to let them go. I'm not going to harvest them anytime soon. These bush beans in a container are all flowering. This is going to be look at all of these flowers. Each one of them is going to form a bean. So these are going to be abundant for just a very small window box style container. Sweet potatoes in a container, going crazy, finding like crazy. All sorts of peppers, all forming peppers. More heirloom carrots. These are a fingerling variety, very small petite carrot. Beans in the container are doing really well. I've already harvested some. We'll pick a couple more today. There's like one right there. Dill, lettuces, sunflowers. These onions, I gotta get these stuck in the ground. Potatoes, doing quite well. Starting to die off a bit, so I'm just gonna let these go, and I'll probably harvest in, I'm thinking late August, so late next month, if not a bit before that. And some more cucumbers in here. Had a ton of rain the past couple of days. So, let me find a place to stick this camera. We got more herbs growing in a pot. Let's see if this works. Not the best idea. Well, pardon me for a minute while I get in there so you can see a perspective on the size of the corn. That should do it. And as you can see, the corn is like mid-abdomen high, kind of, you know, almost to my chest. There's the baby bunny hopping around. It's cute. They're destructive, but anyway. And we've got some dill over here that's going to be, that seeded itself from last year. That's the great thing about dill, it's self-sows. You end up with dill growing everywhere if you let it actually flower and go to a head. So let me climb back out of here. Pull some weeds while I'm in here. Okay, and there's that baby bunny again. So I guess that's my update for today. I hope you're all having a happy 4th of July. I mean, nothing, you know, means independence more than being able to grow your own food and feed your families healthy organic food. So I encourage you, if you haven't done so, it's still not too late to get some things planted in containers. You can grow fall crops of beets, carrots, beans, let's see, radishes, lettuces, turnips. You could even get some winter squash, or yeah, I guess winter squash planted at this point. You can plant some herbs. You can get a lot going. So even though it's the 4th of July, it's not too late to get some things growing to feed your family healthy organic food. I wish you all happy Independence Day. Be bountiful And remember, life is abundant. I'll talk to you later.